Thanks for joining Dev Bros today. Today I'm going to show you how we can blur any widget in Flutter. So we're going to be blurring this tab bar up here. I've already prepared it so we can see behind it and we can view the widgets that are going to be blurred. The constructor that we're going to be using for the app bar to blur it is called a flexible space. Now this is actually a widget that is right behind the tab bar, and the default height is the height of the tab bar unless you specify otherwise. Anyways, the widget that we're going to be using to blur the background is called a backdrop filter, and this takes a parameter of filter, and if you're going to be blurring, it's going to be expecting an image filter dot blur. This blur takes two parameters, an X and a Y, and I like the number 7. Now, the reason that I like 7 is because the bigger the number, the more blurry it's going to be. The lower the number, the less blurry it's going to be. However, the higher the number, the harder your app has to run in order to blur those widgets. And so 7 is like a pretty good number where it looks blurry, but it's not going to have to run your app so hard that you're going to get lag time or you're going to have performance issues. So this 7's a pretty good number, but you can use whatever number that you'd like. The backdrop filter also takes a child widget. Now I found that you have to include this child widget in order for the blur to actually work. And because we're not going to want to show anything other than the title on the app bar, we're just going to go ahead and make an invisible container. Containers by default take the size of its parent, so it'll automatically expand to the size of the app bar. Transparent, there we go. And now if we save it, we're going to notice that it blurs the entire screen. This is expected. If we want to blur any widget, this is what's going to happen. In order to force it to the specific widget that we're wanting, we are going to have to add a clip to the backdrop filter, and this can be done just via clip rect, which will cut the extra space that is not being used. So there we go. So now we can see that the app bar is now blurred. You can use this concept, this clip rect, backdrop filter, image filter dot blur, and an empty container, or the widget of your choice. If you have an icon that you want to show or an image, you can use the exact same concept for any widget here, for any widget in Flutter, and you'll be able to blur it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you liked the video, go ahead and like it, and if you thought that this was useful, go ahead and subscribe, and I will be showing more videos.